my dear students, this is Karul ma'am. Welcome to my class. In the last class, we were discussing Lost Spring written by Alice John. Okay? Today we are going to discuss the remaining part. Okay? Let's see this paragraph. In this paragraph, this is a long paragraph, and in this paragraph, the author describes the area where the ragpickers live. Okay, the ragpickers live in Seemapuri. The name of the place is Seemapuri, and now we'll get to know where this place is located. Okay. My acquaintance with the barefoot ragpickers leads me to Seemapuri, a place on the periphery of Delhi. So this place is on the periphery of Delhi. Periphery means outskirts or borderline. Okay, Seemapuri is on the borderline of Delhi or outskirts of Delhi. And the author visited that place, and it is said that yet miles away from it metaphorically. Metaphor, do you know what is metaphor? Metaphor means comparison of two different things. That means a metaphor compares two things or ideas that are not very similar. Okay, that means Delhi is supposed to be the capital of our country, isn't it? It is supposed to be the metro, having all the facilities and luxuries. But this place, Seemapuri, it seems like far, far away from it. Why? Because here in this place, Seemapuri, the people, they have to struggle to fulfill their basic needs. For them, these people are lack of basic amenities, whereas Delhi is supposed to be the metro city. Okay, that's why the author talks about this. Okay, those who live here are squatters who came from Bangladesh back in 1971. And Sahib is among them. So the people living in this place are squatters. Squatters means a person who illegally occupies an unused place. That means these people are refugees, and they came from Bangladesh in 1971. Keep in mind, they came in 1971. Okay, that means squatters, that means these people have no permission to live in Seemapuri. Okay, and Sahib's family is among them. In structures of mud with roofs of tin and tarpaulin, devoid of sewage, drainage or running water, live, how many people are there? 10,000 ragpickers. So 10,000 people live in that place called Seemapuri. And there is no facilities of sewage, drainage or running water. And the houses are of mud with roofs of tin and tarpaulin. These people do not have any permanent house. Wherever they find food, they make their houses with roofs of tin and tarpaulin. Okay, so 10,000 people live in this place, and all the people living in Seemapuri, they pick up rags for their survival. They are very poor. They live in very pathetic condition. They live in pitiable condition. Okay, so next see, they have lived here for more than 30 years without an identity, without permits, but with ration cards that get their names on voters list and enable them to buy grain. They got only ration cards through which they can buy grain, but they do not get the permission to live in this place, Seemapuri. Okay, and they have been living here for more than 30 years without an identity. For these people, food is much important. Food is more important for them than an identity proof. They do not want any identity proof. Because for these people, for their survival, food is much more important. Correct? Next scene, once the author met a group of women and she asked, why did they leave their beautiful land of green fields and rivers? The author asked the women, why did they leave the beautiful land of green fields and rivers? So what was their reply? These women replied that for them, feeding their families is much more important. Okay, they left that place, they left Dhaka or they left Bangladesh for their survival. Okay, because their homes and fields had been swept away by the storms. Okay, that's why they left that place and they came to the big city. They came to Delhi for their survival. Wherever they find food, they pitch their tents that become transit homes. I already told you that they do not have any permanent house. Wherever they find food, they just make their houses, or that means they pitch their tent house, because they made their houses of mud. They made their houses of mud with roofs of tin and tarpaulin. Their lack of basic amenities, we know that, isn't it? Children grew up in them becoming partners in survival, and survival in Seemapuri means ragpicking. So what is the means of survival in Seemapuri? That is very much important. What is the means of survival? Ragpicking. All the people living in Seemapuri, they pick up rags in the garbage dumps. Okay, and the children also assist their parents. Okay, because it is the only source of their income. Okay, it is the only source of income. Okay, next to see, garbage to them is gold. It is their daily bread, a roof over their heads, even if it is a leaking roof. But for a child, it is even more. So this line is very important. This may be quoted like garbage to them is gold, and you have to explain the statement. It may be given. This is very important. Garbage to them is gold. Explain the statement. So what will you write in the answer? Garbage to them is gold. Why they say that garbage is gold for them? Why? Because it is very much valuable for these poor people. Because picking up rags or picking up garbage is the only source of income. That is the only source of income. Well, the items that they have found from the garbage dumps, and they get meager money. That means they get little money with which they survive, or they can buy food or sustain themselves. That means garbage is equivalent to gold for them. Equivalent. It is equal to gold for them. It is their daily bread. That's why it is said that garbage to them is gold. That means that is the only source of income. Moving to the next paragraph. In this paragraph, we'll get to know what did the garbage mean to the children and their parents. Okay, the author here in this paragraph, the boy Sahib met the author, and he was quite happy, and he told the author that he sometimes finds a rupee, even a 10 rupee note in the garbage dumps. He was quite excited when he found a rupee in the garbage dumps. When you can find a silver coin in a heap of garbage, you don't stop scrounging, because this is an unexpected thing, isn't it? When you find a silver coin, when you find a coin, a rupee or a 10 rupee note in the garbage dumps, you never stop scrounging, you never stop searching, because there is hope of finding more. Okay, it seems that for children, garbage has a meaning different from what it means to their parents. For the children, it is wrapped in wonder. For the elders, it is a means of survival. That means garbage gave them the way for their survival. And for the children, it is wrapped in wonder. That means it seems like something magical. That means that is finding a coin or getting a coin from the garbage dump or in the garbage dump is like a surprising thing for them. It is like a magical thing for them. Magical because this is an unexpected thing. If you get a rupee in the garbage dump, that means that is an unexpected thing, a surprising thing. That's why for the children, getting a money or garbage is like wrapped in wonder. They feel happy, as no one expects a rupee in the garbage dumps, isn't it? We never expect such a thing like rupee or money in the garbage dumps, isn't it? And that's why for the children, for the poor children like Sahib, garbage is wrapped in wonder. And for the elders, what does it mean? It is a means of survival. So this paragraph, one winter morning, I see Sahib standing by the fenced gate of the neighborhood club, watching two young men dressed in white playing tennis. I like the game, he hums, content to watch it standing behind the fence. I go inside when no one is around, he admits. The gatekeeper lets me use the swing. So the author notices Sahib one day and he is watching two tennis players who were playing tennis. Okay, he was watching two young men who were playing tennis and he liked that game. He was happy to watch those people who were playing tennis, because the game like tennis is unreachable for the children like Sahib. And he was quite happy watching those people who were playing tennis. Okay, and he also admits that, he also said that he is allowed to go inside when no one is around. And the gatekeeper allows him to use the swing. Okay, that means the important thing is that what he was doing there, he was watching the two tennis players who were playing tennis. Okay, they were playing tennis in neighborhood club. Okay, moving to the next paragraph. One day Sahib too is wearing tennis shoes that look strange over his discolored shirt or shorts. And he said in the manner of an explanation, someone gave them to me. The fact is that they are discarded shoes of some rich boy who perhaps refused to wear them because of a hole in one of them, but doesn't bother him. For one who has walked barefoot, even shoes with a hole is a dream come true. But the game he is watching so intently is out of his reach. So now the boy Sahib, he is wearing tennis shoes, but it looks strange because he is wearing this colored shirt and shorts along with the tennis shoes. Okay, and then he was happy wearing that pair of shoes. And he explained that yes, this was given by someone else. Okay, but the fact is that the pair of shoes are discarded shoes of some rich boy, because that boy refused to wear that pair because there was a hole in one of them. But the boy Sahib did not mind it. He was happy because wearing a pair of shoes is just like a dream for the ragpickers like Sahib. So that's why he was happy wearing that pair of shoes. It didn't bother him. He never minded because the dream of wearing shoes had come true. Correct? And the game he was watching so intently, because we know that he liked the game. He liked that game and he was watching the two players who were playing tennis. and he was not allowed to go inside the club, and that's why he was content to watch those players behind the standing behind the fence. And that the game like tennis is unreachable for the boy like Sahib. It is out of his reach. Though he was watching the game so intently, but it was not reachable for the poor boy like Sahib. Moving to the next paragraph. One day the writer found Sahib on the way to the milk booth. That means now he got a job in a tea stall. Okay, now he worked in a tea stall and he is paid 800 rupees per month along with his meals. Okay, but he was not happy working at the tea stall. What is the reason behind that? The author asked him, when the author met the boy Sahib, the author asked him whether he liked the job or not. His face has lost the carefree look. That means he was not happy working at the tea stall. The steel canister seems heavier than the plastic bag he would carry so lightly over his shoulder. The bag was his. The canister belongs to the man who owns the tea shop. Sahib is no longer his own master. Okay, the boy Sahib was not happy. He was not happy working at the tea stall because he now works for another man. He is no longer his own master because he works for another man and he cannot do whatever he wants, or he cannot roam here and there like he did before. Isn't it? And the important thing is that his freedom or his liberty have been snatched away from him.
Students, we have completed the first part of the lesson. Here the author highlights a true picture of the ragpickers who have to struggle for their survival. These children are deprived of the enjoyment of childhood. This is the harsh reality of our society. That's all for today. See you in the next class. Thank you.